So, that's all I gotta share for you with my thoughts on the Amphibia series finale. It ended much better than Star vs. the Foreseeable Gravity Falls did, but as Matt Brawley himself said in that Cartoon Hangover live stream, I do believe that there's still good opportunities to revive Amphibia for, like, you know, a reunion special or something. One that would be a good way to follow up on how it ended without tarnishing the memory or insulting the memory of what we liked about Amphibia's original series finale. Because I'd love a follow-up on, you know, the reunion story of, you know, Marcy, Anne, and Sasha reuniting 10 years later at the end of The Hardest Thing, where that builds on what Marcy said at the end of Marcy's journal, where Anne got a phone call from Terri, and which implies Terri could be creating a new portal for them to get back to Amphibia. It would be a great opportunity to have a Season 3 music show, the Season 3 music contest that Amphibia third season never had, where in the 59th and 60th episode, Amphibia could have Ally and Jess host a robot-themed music talent show to celebrate getting 1 million subscribers on their YouTube channel, wherein whomever performs the best robot-themed musical number wins the prize that they have. You know, so even though they may not have the personal mission of going through Terri's portal of Amphibia, they're still happy to win something else if they don't care about going to Amphibia. But I know that Anne, Marcy, and Sasha would like to go to Amphibia, and Dr. Jan might too, because she seems to have a thing for Hop Pop.
Name's Dr. Jan. I'm a curator here, and an avid lover of all things ancient.
Why'd you wink at me?
And because I want Dr. Jan to meet King Andrea, since they're the same pair of voice actors who played the main protagonist and main antagonist of The Princess and the Frog, Inikinoni Rose and Keith David. And I'm sure Dr. Jan will be very happy to meet King Andreas' friends on the other side of Terri's portal to Amphibia.
Terri is still capable of building a portal, and the girls should still have their powers.
Plus, Anne Boonchuy will be happy to meet the Plantars and Sundews again and see how much Polly's growing. Sasha Waybright will be happy to see what Toadie has learned from her about being a brave and ferocious leader after those other 2 episodes that they had together. And Haley Zhu will be happy to see Maddie Flour again and do funny, cool potion tricks with her again 10 years after Maddie and Marcy. Reuniting after 10 years is going to be a great bonding experience for Anne Boonchuy, Marcy Wu, and Sasha Waybright, and a great opportunity for them to reunite with old friends from Amphibia 10 years after they last saw each other. And since Marcy Wu can probably work on her webcomic from anywhere as long as she has a computer handy with her, this could also be Marcy Wu's big chance to move away from her parents and move back to living with Sasha Waybright and Anne Boonchuy after learning that any place where she lives with them is where she truly belongs. Since Marcy Wu, Sasha Waybright, and Anne Boonchuy are now old enough to live on their own, you know, when they're all 24 years old, I'm sure Marcy Wu's parents would be okay with Marcy Wu moving back in with Sasha Waybright or Anne Boonchuy. I mean, maybe all 3 of them can make enough money to rent a buying house together.
A phone call from Terri? Meeting at the lab? They're really laying this foreshadowing on thick.
And that's all I have to say about Amphibia, about what I'd like to see from an Amphibia reunion with Marcy Wu meeting Sasha Waybright and Anne Boonchuy again, and seeing your old friends from Amphibia again 10 years later. And I made sure not to repeat myself from, like, when I suggested that Marcy Wu could have found a previous video where I said Marcy Wu could have found another magical interdimensional artifact that could take in her new home that could take her, Sasha, and Anne back to Amphibia. But Marcy finding a new artifact connected with the music box and the climbing music box, and Terri using her music-powered portal with a 3rd music talent show hosted by Jess and Ally to get Anne Boonchuy, Marcy Wu, and Sasha Waybright back to Amphibia. You see how those are both valid options if you don't try too many things at once, correct? And I apologize if this video got too long. Although I'd like to have Dr. Jan, Terri, Cassie Glow, and Pepper Ann Pearson all returned from from their early season 3 episodes to perform in Ally and Jess's Robot Theme Music Talent Show. Since they're all voice actors who are talented singers, I guess it wouldn't be too bad to introduce new characters either. Once again, I'm just saying, Amphibia's has introduced enough good new characters on Earth in season 3 who are, voice actors who have to be talented singers that they could use well for a musical episode if they returned in the 59th or 60th episodes to help Terri, Dr. Jan, Marcy, Anne, and Sasha get back to Amphibia.
It seems like no amount of generators in the world would be able to power it on their own. But again, this is a phone call 10 years in the making. Perhaps that could have been enough time for some serious technological advancements.
Again, I'm sorry this video got too long. I know I want to play into tangents about Pepper and Pearson, Gravity Falls, and Starburst, the Forces of Evil. But that's all I got to tell you for now about, that's all I have to tell you about how, about what I liked about Amphibia's ending and how Amphibia could improve on it in the near future with the 59th and 60th episode that reunite Anne, Marcy, and Sasha with the Plantar family and the Sundews family and the Flour family from Amphibia. And that's where I will end this video as I hop back into the unknown.